Mark says, is a Facebook shop a good option if you don't have a website? What are the pros and cons and the costs? The answer is, it depends. So the digital marketing agency that I own, Raw Local, here in Australia and of course in the UK as well, that business was built very, very successfully upon the fact that most businesses that got a website, a traditional website, had no idea at all how to get people to go from the internet to their website. Okay, so that business was built around that and has done and continues to do very, very well. So I'm always a little bit reticent when people say that they want to get a website, because I know just what that means in terms of getting traffic or getting customers to go visit your website. So that's the first thing to consider, Mark, around that. And the bigger answer to that is, if your customers are on Facebook, then it makes sense to try and sell them something on Facebook. It makes sense to do that. If your customers are on Instagram, then it makes sense to try and sell them something on Instagram, because the first thing about selling anything is getting your potential customers, so your prospects, to see your advertising message. This is why Amazon is so good, because 50+% of the people who start an e-commerce search start that e-commerce search on Amazon. So they're already there, the customers are there, you haven't got to do anything. So consider that. However, let's assume, Mark, that your product suits Facebook, and indeed it makes sense for you to start a Facebook shop. Well, Facebook shops are very, very good. It's Mark Zuckerberg's attempt to get more money as an affiliate, in a quasi-affiliate way, for particular people's products, and they are absolutely free to set up a Facebook shop. Okay, so it's free to do. However, you will need an app to help you do it. That's going to be pretty important, I think. So the app that I know of that works very, very well is Storefront Social, and from memory they charge much like Shopify does, which is a monthly ongoing fee. I think from memory it's like $9. Let me just check. $9, so it's $10, $9.95, $10 to actually get that started, and that gives you up to 100 products you can check out on Facebook, and you get a custom banner graphic. So pretty easy to do, pretty cheap to do as well. So there's that, and then while I open up my Facebook, Sweet Blossom Gifts, and this is an example of a store on Facebook. So you can see they now sell things through their Facebook store. Okay, so that's the first part of that, Mark. It's pretty easy to do, and all the same rules apply. So good images, good sales copy, sales-driven copy on your product descriptions and your titles, etc. Very, very important. So that's part one of the answer to that. Part two, pros and cons. Well, there are definitely some pros and definitely some cons. So pro would be, just like YouTube and just like all the other platforms, if you are running, for instance, Facebook advertising, and you run those Facebook ads and you keep them inside the Facebook architecture instead of taking them outside of that, then you will be rewarded for doing that. The Facebook algorithm will reward you for doing that by increasing the reach that your advert gets to people and lowering the click cost that you pay as well. So there's a reward in place for that. So there is good evidence to suggest that by having a Facebook store and running traffic on Facebook to that store, you will get more reach and pay a lot less for the privilege of doing that. So there's that. So that's a definite pro. The con to that is the customer is not yours. The customer is Facebook's customer. And in effect, which is why I said about the affiliate marketing earlier, in effect, what you have become is a quasi, almost like a drop shipper for Facebook, in that your customer does not belong to you, it belongs to Facebook. You will not get their details, etc., etc., etc. So that's a con, because you want to have your customers and stuff like that. So that's a con. A plus would be, again, advertising. A plus would be that as you start making sales on Facebook, it will be much, much easier for the Facebook algorithm to optimize for conversions in your shop and find you new customers as well. So that's a plus to that. The downside to that is that all of that costs money to do. So you'll have to pay for that, and then it becomes a question of, do the benefits outweigh the potential loss of profits that you'll face? And then the third thing I can think of, which is probably more a con than anything else, is that again, you're building your store on somebody else's infrastructure instead of building your own store on your own infrastructure. So you're reliant upon them and the whims of their terms of service and the whims of the bots that they have to control and to police what we do on those individual platforms. So just like on Amazon, you can get shut down without knowing why you're being shut down for any reason whatsoever on Facebook. So not such a good thing. Having said that though, I personally think it's definitely worth doing, but just consider it within the whole thing that you're trying to achieve, Mark, when it comes to actually e-commerce sales. So if your entire strategy is what's called a multi-channel approach, then it makes a lot of sense to use all these different channels: Shopify, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, etc., to make additional sales on eBay, Walmart, Jet, whatever it might be. It makes sense to do that. But the number one thing and the biggest thing I can encourage you to do is to focus on one thing at a time, get it working, and then get on to the next thing. That's the number one thing I can encourage you to do. To begin with, you want to have a linear approach to building your business, and it's only when you have gotten a little bit more technically sophisticated should you put in place an approach whereby you're working on multiple things at once. To begin with, one thing at a time, get your Amazon store making money for you, and then scale out from there. Just before you go away, that was a question that I got asked on my regular Monday night Q&A session, which I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in joining us as an Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, then you can click on the link below to find out a lot more about that. And also, as a special thank you for watching this video, I've got a great book that I want to give you for free. It's a current bestseller on Amazon, and it teaches you everything that you would need to know about starting a business here in Australia on Amazon. So you can see that just up there. So if you'd like to get a copy of that for free, then again, just click on the link below and you'll get a copy of that. You'll get taken to a page where you can get a copy of that for absolutely free. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet from one of my Aussie Online Entrepreneur Q&A sessions, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also like this video. And if you've got a question that you would like answering, then post it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it, whether on one of these videos for you or directly in the comments directly below. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the next of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Amazon FBA Australia videos. See you soon.